Hi, I'm Anna Rapp. If you don't know me, I started as a fertility blogger and now I cover all things non-toxic. And today I'm going to talk about a non-toxic beauty product that I love. um, so one of the brands, there are a lot of non-toxic beauty brands that I like, some that I love, some that I trust more than others. One of the brands that I really like is Beautycounter because for a number of reasons, but especially because of their ingredient screening process and because they triple test for heavy metals and other contaminants, something that I know of only two other brands that are doing, Crunchy and Pure Haven. And then I really like them because their products are great. So they're not just trying to create products from coconut oil and essential oil, which is great and non-toxic, right? They're trying to create really high-performing products that can compete with what you might find with high-performing products in the conventional world that are filled with toxins. So you get things like my new favorite day cream, which is amazing, the Ceramide water cream, mighty plump. So guys, I didn't even know that I wanted to not see my fine lines. I had no idea. I am 41, and I do have some wrinkles and fine lines. Not really ashamed of them, just sort of like this is me getting older. I have two funny stories about the Mighty Plump to try to explain why I love it so much. So it's a day cream, a morning cream. And so I earned it through Beautycounter for whatever my sales were for the month before. And they sent it to me and I hadn't read about it. I hadn't done the training. I messaged someone. I was like, what is this? They're like, it's a day cream. I'm like, okay, well I better try it because I want to know if I'm going to like it or not, if I'm going to promote it, if I'm going to talk about it. Because if I get a product and it just doesn't work, then I'm not going to bother talking about it, if that makes sense. So I was using it as my day cream and I was a little nervous because, you know, I usually use Beautycounter's Counter Time line, their anti-aging line, and I was a little nervous about switching it up. But I did. It was this summer, and so I'm just using it as my morning cream. Still haven't read about it, haven't read the details about the ingredients, haven't watched the videos, anything. And after about a month, maybe not even a month, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like young. Do I usually look this young? I look like I'm aging in reverse. I am not kidding you. Legitimately, I had this thought, and like a week later, and I'm like admiring myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I'm looking good. And a full week later, it's time. This is launching, and I'm like, okay, you know, I've liked it. I haven't had any reactions. It feels good. I feel, you know, like my skin's looking great. And I go to write the newsletter, and I start looking up the ingredients and like what it's meant to do, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what's making me look younger. This is what's making me look like I'm aging in reverse. So that's my first funny story. And then I was like, I love this. I've already gone through 2 containers of this. And this is my second. And my third is already upstairs ready to go for when I run out of this one. I'm applying it all over my face, neck, décolletage. I'll talk more about the ingredients and why in a minute, but I have to tell you my second funny story. My second funny story is earlier this month. So at this point I've been using this for probably 2.5, 3 months. And I'm sitting on the couch chatting with my husband in the evening. Kids are asleep. And my husband is wonderful, not terribly observant about clothes or jewelry or skincare. I'm like talking softly. But we're chatting about woodworking, something he's very interested in. And then he pauses. No joke. This is not a lie. This is 100% true. He pauses and he looks at me and he says, have you done something? I can't even say it with a straight face. I almost fell off the couch. He says, have you done something new with your skincare routine? And I said, yes, why? And he said, your skin looks smoother. I was like, and younger? He's like, yes, and younger. I'm not kidding. I almost fell off the couch laughing. It was a hilarious and beautiful moment. And I was like, why, actually, I'm using the Mighty Plump Ceramide water cream by Beautycounter. He doesn't read my emails, so he didn't know. Okay, so now, if those two stories don't sell you, I don't know what else will, but let me talk to you a little bit about it. Okay, so ceramides. Ceramides are naturally occurring on our skin. They're what keep our skin supple, keep our skin nice elasticity and plumpness, and just like CoQ10 in our bloodstream, we lose that as we get older, we lose ceramides as we get older. So our body just produces less ceramides on our skin, which thus is part of the natural aging process. So there are literally ceramides in this to replenish, right? So you're putting the ceramides on, which is going to give you over time improved elasticity, improved glowiness. It's just going to be really nice anti-aging, reducing fine lines. And then, of course, we have the normal powerhouse of really good anti-aging skincare products, which is hyaluronic acid. So there are a couple different acids, hyaluronic acid. And these are really the only things that like can, oh, I don't have my, sure, but they're really the only things that can deal with the crepey skin on your chest and your neck as you get older. It's what really works. Like if you ask a dermatologist what really works, it's the hyaluronic acid. Okay, so we know this has long-term health, skincare effects. You make, you know, younger, less fine lines, more elasticity, more glowiness. We see results at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and 8 weeks. Beautycounter always does studies, and those studies are listed on the website. But it also has immediate effects, and this is what I was noticing in those first couple weeks. So it has a natural filler effect. So if you've ever been sitting in the dermatologist office, they probably have a big poster on the wall that's like, this is what your face could look like with filler, and they give you like injections of toxic stuff, and it like makes your wrinkles go away. It'll like make these disappear. I always think those posters are so weird. But this is a natural, not scary, very affordable, immediate filler. No injection necessary. So like if you have the before and after pictures with the stuff is amazing. So like people with forehead wrinkles, you know, like they'll put it on just half of their face, and it's like the wrinkles have reduced by like 150% on one side. It's crazy. For me, where I see it most is right around here. So immediately after I put it on, these fine lines are greatly reduced. And then I have some acne scarring down here that is reduced as soon as I put it on. So, I mean, I can't speak highly of it enough. You put it on after, so if you're going to do a serum, so you would wash, cleanse, tone, a serum, and this on top. This is your final step. No serums afterwards, it won't work. This is going to create a barrier. So anything on top, you're just wasting your money, if that makes sense. And make sure your serum is completely dry before you put it on. If it's still wet, it could, the cream and the oils, the serums could react a little bit. So serum's completely dry, and then put this on. It's going to be your new favorite product. You're going to buy it over and over again. You're going to be like me and be on your third order in 3 months. Hopefully not. You don't have to put it on as heavy as I do. I put it on pretty heavy because I really like it. But make sure you're taking care of your neck, your décolletage, and your face. And if you have any questions, you can just ask me.